This is lesson 3 of week 1. My name is Mildred Fakoya. I am your instructor for this course. In this lesson, we are going to discuss the body elements. Now, it is between the start and the end body elements that all the contents you want displayed on the web page are placed. Now, there are various contents that can be placed on the web page, from text to media. We have different elements that are used to place these different contents. And in this lesson, we are going to look at the heading elements, the paragraph, the break, and the horizontal rule. Now, let's go to our text editor and open the index.html file which we created in the last lesson. Now I'm going to write all my code for this lecture between the start and the end body tag. Now, if you want to have a heading on the web page, there are elements that are used. Now we have an element, the H element, which has numbers 1 to 6. So we have H1 down to H6. The heading element has a closing tag, and so I will start and I will end. Now we have H1 to H6. H1 is the largest heading size and H6 is the smallest heading size. So the higher the number, the smaller the size. So H1 is larger than H2, H2 is larger than H3, H3 than H4, H4 than H5, and H5 is larger than H6. So always make sure that you use the heading elements for headings alone. Do not use it to reduce font size. Now, I'm going to write a heading, but I'm going to write this heading in the 6 heading sizes so we can see how the heading elements present headings on the web page. So let me write the heading, the story of the fox. Now I'm going to write the same heading, but I will change the heading number. So I'm going to paste this. So I'll change this to 2. And so we have H2, we have H3, we have H4, H5, and H6. So I'm going to open my web page with a browser so we can see how it looks. So I'll locate the file on the desktop and then I will open with Google Chrome. Now I have my page opened, so we can see that the first line holds the first heading H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So we can see how the different heading sizes are presented on the page. Now let's look at another element called the P element, used for paragraph. Now it is good practice that every text on a web page be enclosed within the P tag. So I'm going to delete this and I'll leave the first heading. The P tag is written like this, and I'll close P. Between the start and end P tag, the text you want displayed on the web page should come. Now, P elements are used to define paragraphs on the web page. I'm going to illustrate something shortly. So let me write a story. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick Brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now I'm going to copy this and paste it so we can have the long text on the page. Now you can see that I've written the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, and I've written one sentence per line. Now this is what the P tag does. Every time you use the paragraph tag, a new paragraph is started. The text you write within the P tag runs to the end of the page and does not break, even though I wrote every sentence on a new line. I have everything on the same line until it reaches the end of the line, then it breaks to the next line. If I want to change this and I decide I will create a second paragraph, when I go to my web page and refresh, I have a new paragraph. Now the P tag does not move the text to the next line. It only creates new paragraph. Now there is a tag called the break tag that is used to move the text to a new line without starting a new paragraph, and it is used like this. Let's say I want everything on a new line. I will write my break tag like this, written BR. You can put a forward slash to self-enclose. It is a void element and has no ending tag. And so if I want everything on a new line, I will use the break tag like this. So it means go to the next line after the sentence. And so when I use my break here, you will see that on the first paragraph we have each sentence on a line by itself, and on the second paragraph we'll have the text running to the end of the screen. And so when I go to my web page, because of the break tag, I have each sentence on a new line. So the break tag is used to move the text to a new line or to cause a line break, while the paragraph tag only starts a new paragraph. Now there is another element called the HR element. What it does is that it is used to define something like a break between elements. It presents like a horizontal line. Let's try it. Now let's say after this I want to use another heading, H2, and I'll say the story continues, and I close H2, and before this H2 I want a horizontal line. I'll use the HR tag like this. It is a void element, it has no closing tag, so I can just write HR, save, refresh my page, and I have a line between the two texts. So these are the elements we are going to look at for now. As we move on, we are going to see more elements that are used to display content on the web page. In the next lesson, we are going to look at elements that are used to format text on the web page. So thank you and see you in the next lesson.